Welcome to Pigskin Passion TV, and it's your boy, the Black Mamba. Today is December 26th, episode number 53. And guys, we back. We back for Fantasy Championship Week. That's right, guys. It's Championship Week this week. And man, I was sweating this game out the entire weekend. I got off to a good start on Thursday with Puka Nacua, but I knew this guy had some players that could really be explosive at times, a la Justin Jefferson, Raheem Mostert, and even Travis Etienne at times was able to put points up. But I knew I had to get off to a good start. And I thought Puka had got me out of the gates pretty good, but he slowly walked me down as the weekend progressed. And on Christmas Day, I had I had AJ Brown, and he had the kicker, Jake Elliott. So I was up by 10 points, and at halftime, he had dwindled my lead down to 1 point, and it was pretty much whoever kicked the most field goals or catch passes at that point in time. And luckily, AJ Brown had a big second half and kind of got me a decent sized lead, and it closed back within the last 4 or 5 minutes of the game. And long story short, if that field goal that Jake Elliott had a kick would have been a 50-yard field goal instead of under 50 yards, I would have lost. That would have been 2 additional points for him. So guys, we going to play for the chip. And with that said, let's talk about some of these waiver wire pickups this week. And guys, I know if you're playing for the title this week, it's natural to feel like every lineup decision is magnified even further. But hey, look at it as just another week, guys. It's just another week. If you need to make some pickups, hey, don't stress it. Don't think about it. Just get out there and pick up whatever your need is and keep it moving. And try not to second guess yourself on these decisions just because of this week's importance. As of the waiver wire, if your team has made it this far, then you probably don't need to add anybody this week. But let's just jump into it and see who's out there, guys, and who may be able to get us across the line to that trophy this week. And at quarterback this week, Derek Carr would be somebody I would be looking at if you were just so happen to want or need another quarterback. Over the last 2 weeks, he's had the second most fantasy points of any quarterback, depending on your format. But he's been pretty explosive these last 2 weeks. He's had 2 straight weeks of 3 touchdown passes. And in addition to that, they are playing the Tampa Bay Buccaneers this week. And I think that's a good plus matchup. Tampa Bay has allowed the 5th most quarterback points for quarterbacks this season. So I think that would be a good matchup if you need a quarterback. And at the running back position, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, I think that he would be a good pickup this week. He's more than likely going to lead the backfield for Kansas City this weekend, simply because Jerick McKinnon, he's on injured reserve, and Isaiah Pacheco, I think he's in concussion protocol this week. And it's a chance he could play, but it's probably a greater chance that he won't play. And they are playing the Cincinnati Bengals this week, who they've allowed over 400 yards per game since their bye week. So I think that would make Clyde a good bet this weekend if you need a running back. He's going to get the touches. If he gets a touchdown, then that's just an added plus for you. So look at him if you're in need of a running back. At the wide receiver position, KJ Osborne, I think he's a good pickup this week. TJ Hawkinson, he's done for the year. And Jordan Addison, he's kind of week to week. So this means that KJ is going to get some opportunity. And last week, he actually had a pretty decent game. He had 5 catches for 95 yards, and he had a tutty. And they're playing the Green Bay Packer defense this week. Green Bay just gave up 312 yards to Bryce Young. Guys, to put that in perspective, Carolina's offense hasn't put up over 200 yards in 2 games this season, I don't think. So they were ran all over the field last week. And I think Minnesota's offense is good enough to put some yards on the board this week as well. So KJ would be a good addition at your wide receiver if you're lacking in that position. And at tight end, and forgive me if I get my man's name wrong, but Ching Okonkwo for Tennessee at tight end, I think he would be a good pickup this week. Last week he had 6 catches for 63 yards and 1 touchdown. And his usage over the past few weeks has been going up. He's had 6 targets in 3 of the last 4 games. And before that, he had only done that like twice in the first 11 games. So they're starting to integrate him into the offense more each week. And they don't really have a passing game. So, he would more than likely get a lot of dump downs this week, and maybe some red zone looks inside the 10-yard line. They're playing Houston, who has the 3rd friendliest tight end scoring for fantasy. So that would be a good pickup, especially if you lost TJ Hawkinson this week. And at defense, guys, as always, I like to look at the teams who are available. I stream my defenses. I went with Kansas City last week, and I'm gonna ride Kansas City again this week. But if you are out there looking for a defense, I think I have the perfect one for you, and that's the Bears. The Chicago Bears. They're playing the Atlanta Falcons this week, and the Falcons, their offense is they're in the top half of the league in giveaways. Desmond Ridder, he's like a turnover machine, even though he's not starting this week, and their sack rate is pretty high. So I think that will be a good matchup for the Chicago Bears this week, who their defense has actually stepped up since the beginning of the season and slowly but surely became one of the better defenses. I know they're in the top 7. I think they're number 5, though. I think they have like one of the top 5 defenses in the league right now. So the Bears will be a good pickup for your fantasy championship this week, guys. And guys, I hope this information has been valuable to you. And we only have one more game, guys. Just go out there. Hey, just win, baby. And good luck to all you guys who are in the fantasy championship this week. And I have a public service announcement. Spike that like, comment, subscribe, and it's your boy, the Black Mamba, out.